Hey everybody, my name is Trey Stevens, field agronomist for Southeast Nebraska. We're out here in Otoe County, right in front of a plot, and this is Nolan
Weber. I'm a team sales intern out of Southeast Nebraska this year. I'm a junior at UNL and I'm enjoying my time at Beck's this summer. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the diseases might be popping up in corn, especially in our neck of the woods as we're getting closer to tassel time down here in Southeast Nebraska. So there's three really important parts to having disease occur in your field, referred to as the disease triangle. And everyone always hears you have to have the disease present, you have to have the environment, and then you have to have the host be susceptible. And it's really important to focus on the adjectives on those three things. You have to have the environment be favorable to the pathogen, and then you have to have the pathogen be virulent. It has to be aggressive enough to attack that host, and the host has to be susceptible. And this time of year, really, the stars start to align, because the corn is going to be, as it switches to reproductive stages, is going to be sacrificing some of its plant health to really put all of its energy into producing an ear. And the pathogens are going to be able to enjoy a little bit more favorable environment, because you're going to have a deeper or a higher canopy. You're going to have more moisture. A lot of us in Southeast Nebraska are going to be irrigating, especially this year. So those things really tend to provide the favorable environment, and the timing of it all just is what drives that disease in your field. And so today what we've been doing is scouting for some disease, and we'll let Trey cut to some of the stuff we found.
All right, and as we're in this plot, we're approaching tasseling. So Nolan's holding a plant here, which about has one and a half leaf rolls around the tassel. We expose the tassel just to kind of show. But most of this plot's in the late vegetative stages, just about to approach tasseling. And in some places, we've even begun to see that ear on that ear leaf come out. And we pulled one ear just to see size. And this was towards the edge, but kind of gives us an idea where any of these farther along plants are sitting. We split it open and counted rows around, and we were anywhere from the 18 to 20 range. So just looking at where we're progressing down here in this plot, we wanted to assess disease pressure. And so we headed out into the plot and we're looking for any diseases, and thankfully we didn't see much. At first glance, this kind of looks like this could potentially be, a wilt, Gauss's wilt. But no oozing of the lesions particularly. And then we also wanted to split the stalk just to see. We know that it works systemically, and there seemed to be no effect there. And so just a good reminder is when you're scouting and you see any potential disease, to not just take it for face value, but to look a little bit deeper, to look at cross sections of stalks, or to look at roots. We pulled root as well on this same plant just to see if there were any systemic issues. So just as you're going out in your fields, just continue to scout and take your time while you're out there. I know we always get on a time crunch, but it's really a good point of emphasis to really be patient out there, and to make sure that you're doing the best that you can in evaluating your crop this year.
So with the PFR data, it's been proven that you do get a better ROI when fungicide is applied in the morning and there's a little bit of dew on the leaves. You get a little bit better coverage compared to afternoon, in the heat of the afternoon especially. And then another way to increase the efficacy is to apply at 20 gallons per acre rather than any lower rate with a ground sprayer, because you're really going to see a little bit better uptake when you get the better coverage.
Yeah, Nolan, thanks for sharing that. Those are two really good points. And also, when we're thinking about applying fungicides, we think of it as a plant health, application, and also mitigation of stress. And so we know that fungicides can help that plant get through stress periods a little bit better, transpire less, lose less water, and things like that. And so we want to look at hybrid-specific responses to these fungicide applications, especially in a year like this year where we're seeing drought conditions. How are the potential responses going to be to specific hybrids? Not every hybrid is going to respond the same. And in a plot, we can really see that effect. But you on your field with different hybrids and different farms, whatever that may be, it's a really good conversation to have. So we just encourage you to reach out to your local dealer or your Beck's representative about any questions about fungicide response on hybrids. Thanks for watching.